Welcome to the 2009 Bahamas Weather Conference web channel.
We believe that the reason that we're doing better than had been projected at this particular point is because for a lot of Americans, they are beginning to appreciate how close we are because our proximity to the U.S. is beginning to be reflected in the cost of that air seat. You know, for a lot of Americans, a short-haul flight, which is what we are, being 3 hours or less from the United States East Coast in particular, which is where we draw most of our business from, that seat is really a commodity, and they don't want to pay more for that seat than they need to pay for that seat. And so we've been working with our airline carriers to look at yield management. How do we attract people to buy that ticket on a flight to the Bahamas, which really is in effect no more than they would have paid it had they gone to Florida. So it's almost like we're a domestic destination through the pricing, but we're not. We're that offshore tropical destination, and Americans are appreciating that. They can travel with the kids. The whole family can come, and they're not paying a lot of money for those airline tickets. In addition to that, our hotel partners obviously have been reducing their rates, offering special rates, special packages, throwing in additional meals as a part of the package, and all kinds of opportunities and incentives to get people to appreciate that there's real value in a vacation in the Bahamas. We've also been offering a $200 air credit. So in addition to the airlines working to reduce those airfares, our customers have access to a $200 air credit to further reduce the cost of that ticket, and that's really very important if you're traveling with a family. So that $200 air credit has been is being promoted through all of our television advertising, our online activity, and so on. But beyond that, we're doing a number of special kinds of promotions. We have the Bahamas Bridal Bailout, which is something we're really very excited about. We're giving the opportunity for 5 brides-to-be to have their dream wedding in the Bahamas, and they get to bring along 8 of their friends. And so that's a fun promotion that we're doing using an online and print media mix to communicate that. And we have the voting, which will begin very, very soon, for the couple with the best story about why they should have their destination wedding in paradise here in the Bahamas. And so we've been really speaking to that particular segment of the business because you would have heard that there are a couple of segments that tend to be recession-proof, and that's weddings, and then people who pursue their particular lifestyle, which is golf, diving, fishing. People who really have an affinity for those kinds of activities, they travel no matter what. And so I think that's a large part also why we're benefiting, because we're not that far to get to for the person who wants to go fishing, who wants to go diving. And in fact, fishing operators, dive operators are really extremely busy. So it's a nice problem to have, in the sense that we're finding that they don't have enough dive dive masters to manage the requests, which is kind of a nice problem. So we're very pleased that everything seems to be coming together at a time when I think there's been some pent-up demand. I think spring break has been helpful. The parents have been wanting to get away with the kids. They can afford to do so now because we're not that far, we're not that expensive. We have a lot of options available, and so it's been a very good couple of months.
And you have events coming up like this year.
Yes, we do. We have a couple of major events coming up. We're actually hosting the FIFA Congress here at the end of May, which is a big deal. That's over 2,000 people who will be staying at the Atlantis talking about soccer. And it's very exciting because they're drawn from every corner of the world. And so that's a very exciting opportunity for us to really expose a lot of people from different parts of the world to the beauty of the Bahamas. But beyond that, we also have Miss Teen USA, which we're hosting in August at the Atlantis as well. But beyond that, we have the biggest event, which is the Miss Universe pageant, which is the finals will be held on August 23rd at the Atlantis as well. And why this is so important to us is because we are the smallest country in the world to have hosted Miss Universe, and we're delighted to have had the opportunity to bid and be successful at winning the bid to host this event. We have the whole month of August really to showcase the beauty of the Bahamas to contestants from more than 90 countries. And the finals, of course, will be broadcast to more than 1 billion people around the world. So we get to show off a little bit and hopefully get a lot of people traveling to the Bahamas to support their queen. And so it's a very exciting time for us.